yawned and walked to the school hallway. Your eyes were fixed on the book in your hand. Today is your test and you're studying hard for this one. You didn't even sleep properly last night. You yawned again and shifted the lollipop in your mouth from one side to another. After getting sure that you have studied every bit for today's test, you close the book and take a deep breath, making two men who were walking with you smile. So, have you studied everything? Yes, Shankar. And as soon as you finish your words, you receive a light smack on your head. Ah, you rubbed your forehead and looked back only to see your brother standing looking at you with his intense glance as if you committed some kind of crime. How many times do I have to tell you not to call him by his name? You pouted and looked at Jungkook who was laughing looking at both the siblings' cute interaction. You sighed and wrapped your hands around Jungkook's arms. Who even calls a boyfriend with respect? I saw everyone calling them with name. But this can't change the fact that he's your senior. He's of your brother's age. He said, raising his voice a little. You pressed your lips together and looked at him. Hyunjin. Yeah, you little. He said and ran to catch you while you laughed and hid behind Jungkook. Jungkook, please save me. Okay, okay, stop it, guys. Will you both ever stop fighting? Just grow up. Your brother looked at you while you stick out your tongue at him. The biggest advantage of having a boyfriend that even your brother can't say anything to you. Hyunjin bit his lower lip. You are clearly spoiling her, Jungkook. It's going to cost you more than you think. Come on, Hyunjin, let her enjoy her life. He said, taking your side. Well, he always do. Your brother's side. Always fed up with you too. Well, I'm really missing the time when you both can't breathe the same air for a second. He said angrily, making you both laugh. Well, yeah, before you two started to date, there used to be a war between you two. You never liked him because of those girls who used to drool over him and imagine weird stuffs. He is the heartthrob of the school. Everyone wanted to be with him. There's not a single girl who see the weird dreams of getting a chance with him, and they're still doing even after knowing that he got a girl now. He is your senior, same as your brother's age. They both are best friends, and as Jungkook started to show up at your place more often, you started to get attracted towards him. He was totally opposite to how others used to portray him, silent, a little funny but caring too, noticeable than any other normal human. He had that bad boy type of personality, but that does nothing, just makes him more attractive. I heard that some new students joined today. I heard of them too. Yes, some of them are in my class. Miss Sullivan told us yesterday. You said joining their conversation, your brother looked at you and smiled. Really? Then let's stop by your class and say hello to our juniors. He said and your eyes widened. That's not a good idea at all. Last time he come to your class and beat the shit out of one of your classmates who was teasing you, but that was just a game and he was your good friend and after that he didn't even apologize. He deserved it, he said and left. You are not coming. Well, we have already made up our mind and now you can't stop us, right, Jungkook? He said, winking at Jungkook. They are really in the mood to do something, maybe going to find a bully for themselves or something more terrible. Well, I also think we should greet our juniors. It's a good manners. Yes, I know it's a good manner, but a bad idea. You are not going to come there. As the class president of my class, I'm not giving both entries. You sighed and closed your ears as soon as your brothers entered the class. All the girls screamed like they saw some kind of fancy dish served on a plate. And how weird that he doesn't even mind giving all of them the false hopes and flirts with them like they all are his girlfriends. You sat and threw your bag on your seat and looked at them. Your expression matches with the boys of your class. They are also looking at them confused. How can they all just ignore their handsome faces and drool over a boy with whom they don't even have a chance? Jungkook laughed, somehow get out of that crowd and walk towards you laughing. Only any of them know that how irritating and messy he is. Come on, they all seem to enjoy it with him. Let them be. He's not that bad. He said, taking an empty chair near your desk and sat on it. Your eyes narrowed and you looked at him with your raised brows. He laughed a little. Never mind, I'm still on your side. By the way, when you change your seat, you sat and looked at the boy who was staring at you, but as soon as your eyes went on him, he quickly looked at the front. Did you see how scared he is of me now? He used to be my seatmate, but Opa mess up and he beated him just because he was teasing me, and now I can't sit with him. Jungkook chuckled looking at that boy. For the very first time, I have to say that Hyunjin does great work. Come on, he is not any less than your brother. After all, they both are best friends. You looked at him and slapped on his arm, giving him the weird look while he laughed. We were good friends, but now he doesn't even look at me, you whispered. Okay, listen to me. I've decided to organize a game for my fans, and the one who will win will get a chance to have lunch with me. So, those who want to participate, the whole class screamed, getting all excited, and this time you almost lost your hearing capacity. Everything was so chaotic. They were whispering and laughing. Hyunjin was telling them the rules of the game. Suddenly, everything went silent when the door of the classroom opened and a girl walked inside. You looked at the girl. Who is she? And just like schoolgirls got Hyunjin and Jungkook, there is the school popular girl. Her dressing style and the cute smile screams the effect she is going to leave on the boys. She smiled and looked at all. Hello, I'm Rachel. Oh, is she the same girl Miss Sullivan was talking about? She's so pretty. And again the whispering started. Everyone was looking so excited after seeing her except one person, and that was Jungkook. He got a little nervous and looked away. She looked around and her eyes didn't even take a second to spot Jungkook at the corner, standing with you. She waved at him, smiling while your brows frowned. She waved at you. Did she know you? You asked, but before that she ran to Jungkook and hugged him tightly, making you scoffed. Oh, Cookie, I miss you so much. How are you? Jungkook broke the hug and just nodded his head. Seems like you two already know each other. You asked, your voice a little irritated. You pulled Jungkook closer to you and looked at her with your doubtful eyes. How she even dared to hug your boyfriend in front of your eyes. Jungkook opened his mouth to say something, but before him, she spoke. Yes, we both are friends, best friends. We were, not now. Jungkook's behavior suddenly changed to the cold one, and the only reason you got is just this girl, who seems not to care about anyone's mood here. Whatever, by the way, you wouldn't mind showing me the school around, would you please? Because you're the only person I know here, so it will be comfortable and easy for me. Well, he had a class to attend. He's not in this class, but I'll show you. She looked at you and raised her brows. And who are you? Oh, me. She's my girlfriend. He speaks before you said anything, and you can see her sweet smile fading away. She looked at you and you forced a smile at her. I hope we both will get too well along with each other. Come, let's grab some snacks. I hope so. Wrapping your hand around her arm, you drag her out again and look back at Jungkook who was staring at you nervously. You are really crazy and possessive towards him. As soon as you left, Jungkook looked at Hyunjin and sighed. Hyunjin, let's go, we had a class to attend. He looked at him and nodded. Okay girls, let's meet at the lunch break. Okay, let's see you all later. Jungkook winked at his friends who just left. He wiped his sweat with the towel. He takes off his shirt and it's too hot here. And he just come after his football practice. Jungkook, close the door for me. I'm leaving early today. Actually, some important work came up. Thank you. He said, throwing the room keys towards Jungkook, and he catch it with one hand and nodded while breathing heavily. The towel was now on his shoulder and he nodded looking at him. Sam smiled. I'm leaving the door open, he said and left from there, and now he is the only one left in the room. He sat and looked around to see if there's any water bottle left in the room, but his bad luck, he didn't find any. He sighed and ran his hands through his wet hair to control his growing frustration inside him. His mind just messed up after seeing Rachel. It's not like he hid things from you. You know everything about his past and present, even about Rachel too, but still he doesn't feel good. The thought that you might misunderstand him for still having contact with her when he seriously doesn't have any. He was too lost in his thoughts. Suddenly someone extended a water bottle towards him. Jungkook looked up and saw Rachel looking at him smiling. He sighed, of course not pleased with the view in front of him. He was just expecting someone else instead of her. Putting his phone aside, Jungkook looked at her. You need water. Take it. Get out. He said, his voice low and commanding. She pressed her lips together and took few steps closer to him, making his frustration raise to the level he can't control himself. Come on, you need to stay hydrated or else you might get sick. Her hands extended to wipe the sweat away from his forehead, but before she could touch him, he jerked her hand away. It's not easy to put in the words that once they both used to be so close, but now he doesn't even want to see her face. I'm telling you, stay away from me. He said, grabbing the same sweaty shirt and slid it down his body. They both were friends from childhood, and this friendship turned into love when they grew up and started to date. But something was off with Rachel. She was just too possessive about him that she can't even see him hanging out with his friends. No matter how much Jungkook does for her, but she never get enough. She always wanted more and more. But the real problem started after a few months of dating. She started to give creepy vibes, never allowed him to meet his friends, and those fights over small things. But she crossed every line the day she lied that they both slept after getting drunk. Just on that day, their relationship broke. Jungkook started to hate her to the point he never hated anyone. She tried to approach him, but he never listened to her. But now she's again, maybe coming to apologize for her dirty deeds. I have to lock the door, leave, and from the next time, don't you dare to step in the boys' changing room. She scoffed and looked at him. Is it because of Ian? Does she want me to get away from you? Come on, Jakuk, I advise you about the girls. You're walking on a red flag. Great, and I choose to continue walking on it because she's better than you. And in fact, she's perfect, perfect for me. So stop even thinking that I would ever take a step back. Wow, she's the solid example that you didn't listen to what I have told you. But I can still see the love for me in your eyes. Come on, we were perfect together. And I won't mind getting that way back again. Stop daydreaming. I would never forgive you what you have done to me. I don't like you. You were never that one for me, and your actions prove that. So it's better to go different ways because by standing here, you're just wasting your time. He said in his hard tone. He kept it straight and honest with her in the easiest way as possible to put the end of this discussion here. Come on, you are behaving like it's all my mistake. Don't forget that you were equally involved in this. What I have asked you, just your time and whatever I did, it's all just because I love you and always wanted to be with you. That was not your love. That can never be a love. It was just your obsession and nothing else. You crazy Rachel. After everything, you're still blaming me? After that day, I don't think I can forgive you or even forget that scene. and gave you a chance because if I did, then I'm just using you. There's no need of giving a chance when the love is one sided because I don't love you anymore. He said and was about to leave, but Rachel extended her hand to stop him. Before her hands again laid on Jungkook, you grabbed it in the middle. She looked at you, and your grip around her wrist tightened as she hissed in pain. If he's not liking it, then don't force him. You said and jerked her hand away. She looked at you shocked. You took out the water bottle from your bag and gave it to Jungkook. You asked for the water. Here it is. He smiled at you and gulped the water. Finally, his mood cooled down, but not yours. Don't you have manners that you shouldn't bang inside when two people are talking? Really? And you didn't have manners that you shouldn't force someone who is not interested in talking with you? And aside of this, he's my boyfriend and I have the whole right to know everything related to him. She smirked and got closer to you. Really? You know that he was my boyfriend a few years ago? Yes, he told me that there's a girl who lied to him just to stay close with him. Was that girl you? I guess yes. Her hands clenched while Jungkook smiled slightly. He loved it. He loves when you behave possessive around him. You said that you are friends. Then let me clear one thing for you. Friends can't do this. They can't be close like you are trying. So stay away from him. If I ever saw you close to him again, then I won't be responsible for anything. Alright? Don't you think that you are too much already getting in my nerves? He forced a smile and nodded. I know, but not more than you. So know your boundaries and stay away from him. It will be better for you. Bye bye, go home safe. You smiled and grabbed Jungkook's hand. You walked out of the room. She scoffed. You're going to pay for this. Jungkook looked at you smiling and pulled you closer, wrapping his hands around your neck. He walked towards his class. Thank you for this. What thank you? Let's go home. You have a lot to explain. If I had cheated on you, I would have admitted I can't be hiding anything from you. It kills me every time. I would never cheat on you, even if I was crazy. You better not if you want to live. I'll kill you with my bare hands if I found out that you were doing something crazy behind my back. Come on, you are my only love, and I'm planning to be with you till the end. I wanted to get old with you and still love you the same. He said and kissed your cheeks. You scrunched your nose and looked at him. What's that? You had onions in lunch? He laughed and pulled your cheeks. You're so cute. Come on, it's not funny. Go and wash your mouth. You said, pushing him away while he laughed. Hyunjin sighed, seeing you both. If you both are done, then will you care to tell me what happened? Oops, sorry, but it's not something for you, right, Jungkook? You said, winking at him while he laughed and nodded. Aish, I can't even tell you how much I hate you both. He said irritatingly, making you both laugh.